Wake Up TV. Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods here. Wake up, guys. It is about 6 a.m. and I have to get on the road early because traffic gets to be really, really bad. And the job that we're working on, where we're gutting out this bathroom, it's literally around the Beltway. So if you don't leave early, it will take you hours to get there. Even leaving, before 7 still takes you an hour to get there. But that's my problem. I got my day job, and as they always tell me, don't quit it. So it's funny. And you know what? I'm going to start this out this morning with this clip because then I can drink some more coffee. And I want to check your pulse this morning.
Teams this season. They started out 3-0, and Dak Prescott had 9 touchdowns with only 2 picks. Since then, Dallas has lost their last 2, and Dak has thrown 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in those losses. Those are the numbers, Skip. Terrell, who are the real Cowboys in your eyes?
Wow. It's hard to say because you watch them the first 3 weeks and you say the Cowboys look really good. Look really good, Skip. But then you see them the next 2 weeks. You play New Orleans, a low-scoring affair, some opportunities in that game that they didn't capitalize on. And then this week, Green Bay comes to their home. And I was shocked at how Aaron Jones was able to run the football against the Dallas Cowboys defense, which I thought was a strength of his defense. And they just completely they fell behind early, never caught up. So I'm trying to gauge, who are we really seeing? Is it the last 2 weeks or the first 3 weeks? In my opinion, it's somewhere in between. I'm not trying to parse this and say, I'm not trying to cower on this answer here, but I don't know, because when you play a team you're supposed to beat, which they did, the first 3 weeks, they beat, soundly. That's who you're supposed to do, right? Team you're supposed to beat, you're supposed to destroy them. They did that. But then when you have better competition that you're facing, and you
rise to the occasion.
Yeah, and I don't see the level of elevation that I'm expecting from the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know who that is, and you have a quarterback that has a big bright light that's on him, that's shining. That there was moments in that game where you say, here's where you can stand up. Here's where you can stand up to make that money. Now, there were some throws and some interceptions. The Hooper, the one behind, it hits your hand, you got to make that catch.
Thank you.
You got to save your quarterback.
Yeah,
there.
Shannon Sharp.
But we also say this too, Skip, that not only seeing somebody open, it's ball location. It's location and where you put that football.
Yeah.
So if he puts it in front of him,
That's tough.
does he catch it? Does he score?
Did that throw deserve to be intercepted?
It did not.
No.
It did not.
Thank you.
And I'm with you in terms of when I see a quarterback throw a football and it hits a receiver's hands and it goes off that person and it's intercepted, that shouldn't be on the quarterback stat sheet.
Thank you.
It shouldn't be there. However, again, accuracy matters on this level. If the ball was more accurate, so there's 2 things to it, accuracy, and now Cooper has to make that catch. But the Cowboys, to me, are a team that every year they're inflated in what they can do. It's just, that's the world they live in.
Okay, so we warmed up the crowd with that one, and I'm a little more awake. Okay, so I'm just going to go and say that a win cures all. The thing that's crazy is when you listen to all of these shows, when you listen to all of these experts, what they will tell you is, or make you think, that every single pass that every other quarterback makes is pinpoint accurate. That mistakes never happen. That that Dak Prescott's accuracy is not there. I'm going to pose a question then. If Dak Prescott, who, let me pull up my numbers here, is EPA stat versus man, Dak Prescott is second in the NFL. Jimmy Garoppolo, Dak Prescott, and then the list goes on, which is higher than Drew Brees. Highest passer rating this season: Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, Kyle Allen, and then Dak Prescott. Top red zone offenses: Seattle Seahawks, the Texans, the Bills, the Cowboys, then the Packers, the Eagles, the Jets, the Rams, the Ravens, Titans, and Falcons. Amari Cooper, 16 games, has, I believe, 12 touchdowns and over 1,400 yards. Accuracy, 76.2, most accurate. Deep passer rating, 70.8%. That's Dak Prescott. So I'm trying to understand how it is when we question how bad his accuracy is, we get these numbers. Something don't jive between the two of them. And I'll say that every quarterback I see out there does miss some passes from time to time. Even Tom Brady. But regardless of all that, the Cowboys, let's face it, we played sloppy. We had 12 missed tackles. We couldn't stop the run. We had holding and illegal procedures. We had dropped passes. We had passes that weren't put in the right spot. We beat ourselves as much as Green Bay beat us. Our mistakes got us in a hole and got us out of our game plan. Zeke Elliott was 5.3 yards per carry, but he only had 12 carries. And see, the funny thing is we look at numbers, because of fantasy football, and we say, oh man, that quarterback's throwing for a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. But a lot of times those guys that are doing that, well, they're not necessarily winning. Big Ben, Matt Ryan, had more touchdowns and yardage than anybody, but they didn't make the playoffs. The Cowboys have to get back to the basics in football. They got to get back to being able to control the clock and run the football. And regardless of what you always hear about, running isn't important, running is very important. Very important. Most teams, when they don't rush for 100 yards, don't win. And I don't care if they have a name back or run by committee. You need to control the clock. And we have to eliminate the penalties by hook or crook. We have to eliminate those. Now the Cowboys, they go up to New York this weekend. They get a victory. Things look a whole lot different. But if they lose, if the Cowboys were to go up to New York and lose to the Jets, all these things about Jason Garrett not being on the hot seat and Dak Prescott and everything else, those things would be bad. They'd be really bad. So if the Cowboys just go up to New York, handle their business, and play like we know they can play, then we got the showdown against the Eagles. If not, well, not very good. That would not be good at all. But I have faith. I believe in my team and believe that this is just a hiccup in the road. So with that being said, I got to get ready to go to my day job. So as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, well, I can't make it without you guys. Oh, my body's in extra pain today. Well, it'll be all right. We'll somehow, some way make it through this day. I'm Mark Holmes, and thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. Don't forget to sub to my other channel, Joe Boo's Day Job. I'll see you soon.